Vanny Sports Center was in it, and like everyone was playing with their heart. Everyone was playing. We call it Weo Fio. So, yeah. Maddie, you got anything about it?
I just think because that entire match was so back and forth, we just had to be 2 points better. And it really came down to those last couple points, and we just trusted it.
Yeah, I mean, what did that moment feel like at the end after you and Becca got that block and then your dog pile?
Yeah, to be honest, I think a couple of our legs collapsed. I don't think it was an intentional dog pile, but awesome in itself. And I think this match was just really hard fought, and we didn't play great volleyball at times. And I think what's so powerful about that match going forward for us is that we know we can play bad and still win big games, and not play great volleyball all the time and just find a way to win ugly. So.
Did it seem like you were playing a lot of defense? I mean, they had 18 more kills than you. They had a better hitting percentage. Do you feel like you guys were reacting to what they were doing, or just letting them dictate the match at all?
I feel like we just struggled to side out at moments. We just struggled to side out, which is something I don't think we normally struggle with. Normally we're a pretty high percentage side out team. So I think that probably made us be in more of a defensive space because of that.
What are they doing that made you struggle with siding out tonight?
They have a lot of weapons, and with their setter running 5-1, we have to recognize the dump's a threat, and we have to recognize the B and the go over top of each other, and they run a pretty fast offense, so we just have a lot of things to be concerned about each play.
When did it take a while for you to get into a rhythm? It seemed like you weren't hitting with your usual force till late in the fourth, fifth set.
Yeah, it just took a little bit longer than usual this game.
Was it just misconnecting with Kennedy, or was it what took you finally to get into it?
I'm not really sure.
Maddie, what does it mean to get a win like this, where it's just always just so much back and forth and excitement and energy, just to be able to win one like this? How does it feel?
Yeah, kind of like I mentioned, it just kind of proves to us that, oh, that was close. It proves to us that we can out-team people and we can out-grit people, and when we're playing really good volleyball and we have that piece too, I think we could be unstoppable, so.
How big was your block in that fifth set? Yeah, that solo stuff.
I think it was a really good, like a game changer kind of thing, especially for your like everyone's mental state and everything. Everyone's like, yeah, we're getting this. Like, this is our game. We're taking it over. So I feel like that was a crucial point, and we crushed them on it. So.
What was the message between game 2 and game 3? Y'all came out on fire there early. If you don't remember.
I think we just started making adjustments to their like attacks and things like that. Like, I know for the right sides, we needed to make a different move. We needed to read more, eyes on the setter, and things like that. And so I think we just came out like making those changes quicker than we were in the like first and second set.
Any more questions?
Yeah, you guys don't trail very much. You guys are down 17-10 there in that third set. What do you learn in those moments when you're down that much? What do you learn about yourself and the team in those moments?
Sometimes we just have to grind, and when you're down 17-10, it's probably not going to be the orthodox volleyball that, oh, we set in system and then we get a nice tool kill. Like, it's not going to look like that. And so we were trying to just lean into kind of doing it ugly.
Yeah, play ugly, but like also smart at the same time. So you're not going to go up, and if you don't get a perfect set, you're going to try to bomb it into the block. Like, no, you're going to use the hands, jammy, we call it jammy, get the setter out of system, things like that. So.
Mandy, you like to talk about building that resilience muscle. How much did tonight help with that development?
Big time. And we had coach in tears afterwards, so that's a big deal. So I think just for everyone was kind of doing it with heart tonight, and that feels really good, and I think that gives us a ton of confidence moving forward, especially this being the second match in the Big Ten, and Ohio State's a good team, so. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, it's an interesting match. You know, we struggled at times. Part of it was they're really good, and they forced us to struggle. And but we hung in there, and you get it to Game 5, you got a good shot. And I thought, you know, we made plays in Game 5, and we got them to give us a few points. So a lot of credit to our players for hanging in there. You know, I told them it's 3 things that won that: heart, with each other, for each other, and their grit that they displayed there, because they could have easily packed it in. And so great job by our team. And, you know, we lost 2 deuce games to them last year at their place. And so it was nice for us to come back and win the 5th tonight.
Maddie said that you got a little emotional at the end of the match. Was it an emotional match for you?
They all are. 801's a lot better than 800, though, I'll tell you that. But, I mean, that was a tough match to watch, you know, because we struggled. But, you know, I got emotional just because I'm so proud of them and how they fought through it. And that's kind of been, I think, something we're trying to develop with this team and with our players from last year is winning these close games and finding a way to win at the end. So nothing but proud of them, and we work hard, and so it feels good when you are able to put that hard work to you know, to make it worthwhile and to make it successful.
What allowed you to beat a team that had almost 20 more kills than you? What was the key to that?
Yeah, getting into the 5th, you know, they had 20 more kills. They missed 20 serves. You know, we missed 15 serves. So there's a +5 there. So you add that to ours. We're still, but you know, they're good, and we had a hard time killing the ball tonight, which we haven't had all year. And part of them is they're very good defensively, and you know, we just were never in a great rhythm tonight.
What stands out about your freshmen, Becca and Maggie, and kind of the ups and downs of a match?
I told you guys at the beginning, those guys are warriors, man. They compete, and you know, Becca's been struggling serving all year, and I mean, she was a champ tonight serving, and especially under pressure. You know, it was Whitney's birthday, you know, and we didn't give her very many good looks, but she got a great look there. They got a huge kill for us in Game 5, and she went back and stuck a great serve. Yeah, and Maggie wasn't killing many balls, but she was slowing down their hitters a little bit. But she competes. She made a couple of plays at the net that kind of saved us, cover plays, pop-up plays. You know, there's a lot of that tonight, man. Seemed like there was like a game within the 10-foot lines on each court, just ping-ponging all over the place. It was weird. It was crazy.
How big was your block tonight? Not only just mean 15 blocks, but then also just to slow down their many weapons.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons they had so many digs was we blocked even more balls that they covered. I mean, we blocked it. You know, we got 15 stuffs, but I'd like to see our block stats on how many balls that they covered. I mean, we're blocking everything, and you know, that's one of the advantages of running 6-2 is, you know, we've got a lot of physicality at the net.
How do you feel that this match is going to help you moving forward in the Big Ten season?
It's week 1, and you take, you know, every win in the Big Ten's a great win. It's hard to get wins, and you just get every win you can, and hopefully this will give us some momentum and confidence going into. We have 2 big road trips now coming up, so it's gonna, you know, that's gonna be a grind. So. But we have confidence, and you know, we beat a great team tonight.
Did you think your play took a step forward after last night?
No. But you know, we played well enough in Game 5 to win, and but you know, John Baylor asked me, you know, are we close to our potential? I don't even think we're anywhere near close to what we can be. And a lot of that will come down to setting, that getting better, and just continuing, once we get that and our hitters can get more confidence and, take big swings and use the block. And, a lot of times tonight they're just trying to keep it in. So, but, Kennedy played great in Game 5 and so did Ani. So they got to take a lot of confidence from this. But I think it's just hard. Both those guys, Nicklins had 9,000 sets in their career. Both those guys last week had 400 each. So just look at the difference in experience right there. And I think they're trying to get comfortable with the 6-2. I think this is our fourth or fifth match. It was our fourth match we've done it with these two. And they, it's hard to stay in a rhythm when you're coming in and out like that.
Maddie talked about the importance of winning even when you're playing ugly. Just how important is that moving forward?
It's huge, and you got to do that some nights in the Big Ten because we're going to be in other matches like this, and that's what I'm so proud about because we have been playing matches like last night in Kentucky where we were in a roll, we were great momentum, we were smooth, we were hitting on all cylinders, and tonight we were not hitting on all cylinders. And again, you got to give Ohio State a lot of credit. They are a very, very good team. They got a lot of experience. They've got a great setter. They pass really well. They dig really well, and they got some great hitters.
More questions? All right.
Thanks, guys. Sorry about the deadline. We'll let you sleep in tomorrow. I'm done.